Well, hello there, and welcome to a walkthrough. You thought I was going to say Warbird Wednesday, but we're actually doing a walkthrough of the recently completed F-117 hangar. So I thought I would take you inside and give you a status update as to where we are. Of course, my name is Fred Bell. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. So today we're standing at the entrance of the F-117 exhibit. This is actually a hangar, one of the temporary hangars that is similar to what the airplane was actually housed in when it went into a temporary facility. And that's kind of the look we were looking for the fit and finish. Of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff going into this exhibit. This airplane deserves to be interpreted separately. It's probably one of the most important aviation milestones in modern history, and we felt that it really needed its own place. So let's take a walk in, kind of step into the facility. I'm going to leave that open for my wonderful assistant, Greg. And immediately you are greeted by Stealth 833. Now it's in its new home. There's a lot of stuff that goes in here. You can see we've got the canopies, the movie canopy, a spare canopy that will actually be, we're going to keep like that to show what the airplane looked like in its unfinished state. There's actually walls, exhibit walls that go in here. We're going to start on those next week. And so there's a lot of stuff that isn't finished in here, but the structure itself is done. And they're actually working on the aircraft in this facility. And folks are going to get to continue to see us work on the airplane even after the exhibits are done. Now, one of the things you're saying is, Fred, there's a big hole in the wall there. And that is one thing we are waiting on. This has a single action hanger, like a piston door that goes in right here. So that is yet to be installed. That'll go in a couple of weeks along with the rest of the FF&E, or the gingerbread if you want to call that. And so we'll walk over here and you'll notice that we have started to do some of the final sheet metal work on the airplane. Now, the big challenge with this aircraft was that the Air Force, when they demilled it, took off the nose, the trailing edges, and some of the other portions of the airplane. The reason for that is that stuff was classified. So there's been a debate within the community and museums that have gotten these airplanes as to how do you replace that? And we kind of got down to the point where we thought about composite or fiber material, but the reality of the situation is that you need something, and you can see how hard I'm pushing on that, that's fairly durable in a museum environment. It's going to age well. And when we looked at stuff to put on the airplane to replace it, this airplane's going to live here forever. So we really thought that at the end of the day, we'd go ahead and make the replacements in the most durable material possible. It has presented us some challenges. You know, we have 75 aircraft in the inventory. We can do all kinds of metal work. We've reskinned entire airplanes here, and that's what was going on here. So you're getting kind of behind the scenes as we do some of the metal work. The level of detail that we're doing on these probes is we're actually putting in the vanes. We can mill these here. We can do CNC work and stuff like that on our machines. We're actually milling these so you can actually see the sensor vanes, which is something that will survive in the when the airplane actually goes on exhibit. So the demill process with the Air Force, actually, to take the radar absorbent material off, actually dimpled some of the skin on the airplane. What I mean by that is it pushed it in. We just can't live with that and throw paint on it and be done with it. So what we've done, and to try to fix it with Bondo and level it out again, if you've ever done a car with Bondo, and I actually have, getting those waves out is not easy, and the airplane had fairly clean lines and had very, very sharp edges to it. We've actually gone back and are replacing the skin that has been dimpled on the airplane so that we get, once we get the black on it, which is going to show every imperfection in the world, we want the airplane to look as close to being operational as possible. And then here is the behind the scenes, not so much magic that goes into restoration of these airplanes. But as you could see, what we wanted on the edge, rather than you can see on the end here, you have 2 wafers, and you can join those together and grind them down, but we just didn't think it gave you enough edge. So what we've actually done here, and what you would, this is what you would do with a conventional airplane if you're doing a leading edge. We've actually put a leading edge back on the airplane. Now, when I talk about robust, you can see that's not going anywhere. And that was the idea in the institutional setting. As the materials on the airplane age, we don't want any of this stuff moving around or drooping. This will not do that. Plus, as you look at that edge, if you know, and some of you out there, you aficionados will know, a leading edge on an F-104, like a starfighter, this is more of that kind of butter cutter edge. If you ran your hand along it, you'd actually cut yourself. But it's a very hard edge. That's what we wanted on the leading edges of the airplane. We are going to 3D print the exhaust because we think we can get a better look on that, but that is the only portions of the airplane that we're going to send out and have 3D printed. And so as all this stuff starts to come together, we'll give you another update. My name is Fred Bell. Remember, we cannot restore these airplanes without your generous donation. So if you want to click on that link that's attached with this video, we can sure use your help in getting this airplane completed. I want to thank you for joining us. Have a great day.